Namaste, my beautiful queens and kings, if any of the kings are there. This subject is extremely important. There will be no cards in this video. I will be talking, so if you want just to take a moment to probably lie down or to relax in your chair, to close your eyes and just to listen what I will say, you can do that, because many of you have written to me that somehow when I say it with my voice, it's easy for you to understand, to feel it, than to act upon it. This subject again was reasoned by Luna and Soul, those two people who created this amazing website, lonerwolf.com. And I will leave the link to this subject, to the workshop, to everything I have. I will just be talking about in the description box. Please take a moment of your life. Please click that link. Please go to that shadow the soul loss article and workshop, read it again and work with it, because it's very, very, very important. What the subject is called, we were not talking about. I want to talk about soul loss. What is the soul loss? I will give you now the symptoms, which I am sure many and many of you are dealing with. I will give you the symptoms which they put together. As I already said, how amazing the lonerwolf.com. I try to support them with donations as much as I can, because as I said, it's like if you take all the 20,000 books I've written, I've read, and put this information together in a wonderful way so anyone can understand. They have done it, so please go check lonerwolf.com. This information I'm going to be saying will be there. I will leave the link. So this is self-destructive. Unfortunately, we have to talk about it. We have to take it into consideration. So 21 signs you might be experiencing the so-called soul loss. There is several physical, psychological, and spiritual symptoms of soul loss. When we do experience this, this is when a parts of our soul, so-called hiding away or disconnecting from us. The symptoms are especially particular for that very small group of beings who are called twin flames, because we are that one soul or essence, or the right name probably would be the cosmic consciousness, which choose to be incarnating into physical bodies. So we experience all this very often because, simply, if the explanation is very simple, we live in two bodies at the same time, because he, that man, is also you. It's kind of hard to comprehend in our 3D, in our world, which is based on duality. But you, some of you have him on another continent. In my case, he is on another continent, in another time zone, in another energy vibration zone, in another everything. So I am living here. I am Lala, mother of two boys, living in Daytona Beach, Florida, talking to you right now. and I am also that man who lives now over there on another continent, who is doing this and this, and I am also that. The same with him. He is him, and he is also living here in my body as well, because we are that same thing which split temporarily for the goals, for the working with the goals which we have to. So those of you, of course, this is why so little even highly developed beings choose this experience, because it is in this hard physical body. It is very hard even on the physical level. So of course those of you who are TFs experience it. So the result is a loss of soulful energy. What is the soul loss? This is when part or parts of our soul, so-called hiding away or disconnected or dissociating. There is this expression which is called dissociating from us. The result of this dissociating is the loss in soulful energy, vibration that are very important. These are vital energies, my beautiful queens and kings of our lives. This loss of energy prevents us, doesn't allow us to live healthy, fulfilling, creative life. Sometimes soul loss can last for years, sometimes even for a lifetime. And unfortunately, please pay attention, my beautiful queens, kings. I know kings are listening to me, even though they would not confess, especially one of them is listening. Close your eyes and listen, baby, listen, and listen to this like 10 times, because you need to hear it, and you need to start hearing it and start to applying it, and not just listening to my voice, but doing what I'm saying, resulting the development of self-destructive behavior. Lost soul creates the development of self-destructive person. So, to recover these lost parts of ourselves and to become balanced, to become whole again, we must first identify the symptoms of soul loss within us, accept them, identify them, and then do something about it. Again, what to do if I don't have time here to talk about it, please click the link and check it out. I will probably try to put it also in community. I want us to start doing something. So these are the symptoms. First, memories and parts of your life, because some of you might have all of them, some of you might have several, but please pay attention. Memories and parts of your life have been blocked out. I don't have that. I remember past lives as well, but I have others. Second, you experience strong periods of depression. Third, parts within yourself feel missing or broken. 4, you experience a general emotional numbness. It can last for days or it can be periodically. This emotional numbness, I've had it many times, but being honest with you, it saved me. This emotional numbness in my case came in the scariest period of my life, when I would stop feeling anything. I would be completely like piece of ice in a situation when I'm supposed to cry or yell or be angry or screaming. I would be just sitting. My friend like who saw me like this, and she was terrified. I was just sitting on the bed in the hotel in San Francisco, completely a piece of ice. My voice was completely calm. I was completely cold, and she was terrified. She was shaking me, screaming, "Can you please stop it, stop it, stop it! You're like you are like not alive," because I'm just sitting there saying, "Yes, everything is right. Everything is how it's supposed to be." I feel nothing. So please pay attention when you experience something like this. If you experience a general emotional numbness periodically, or you experience it for a long period of time. Number 5, constant feeling of fear. Hello, it's like, yes, hello, hello, Lala, that's my number 5. My favorite number 5 is that's me. That's something I'm fighting my whole life. Feeling of anxiety and fear. Number 5, constant feeling of fear or anxiety. Fear or anxiety. I also have this feeling that I don't have enough time to do everything I have to do, I have come to do. Number 6, you go through, hello girls, insomniac people, insomnia girls, long periods of insomnia. Now I don't just have insomnia, I stopped eating. A week ago I stopped eating completely. I started like this fasting, and then I realized I don't even want to eat. I can't even look at food anymore. So long period of insomnia. Number 7, you feel lost. Hello, it's like, you see, I'm putting my own marks there. You feel lost. It's like, who am I, where am I, why am I, what am I doing here? You feel lost or incomplete. Again, problems of TFs we have to work with. You feel lost or incomplete. Number 8, you feel like a different person after a shocking or traumatic life event. So something happened, something shocking, something traumatic. You got it. Number 9, my beautiful queens and kings, you feel stuck. You feel incapable of overcoming certain issue in your life. Number 10, you feel disappointed with life. I would also add with yourself. Number 11, you feel as though there are multiple selves within you. You see, I would disagree with number 11, because all of us multiple selves. We are all consist of many personalities. It's normal. So just see if it rings the bell. In my case, it's we all multiple personalities. We all can be sad, can be happy, can be angry, can be compassionate. We all have it all inside. We have all shadows, half shadows, so on. Number 12, you try to escape. Oh, that's definitely not me, to alcohol. I would escape to books. You try to escape by turning to alcohol, cigarettes, hello babes, drugs, sex, television, or excessive doing something excessively, business, workaholism, any type of escape. Because some people, you see, any addiction, even some people escape through food, through starting over consuming sugar. So you are escaping, turning to alcohol, drugs, sex, cigarettes, television, excessive work, excessive food, so on. Number 13, you feel unworthy. Yes, me. Sometimes it's how many years I've been doing this work. Feel unworthy or being loved, of being loved. You say, I am not worth it. I'm not worth it. Others worth it. I'm not worth it. You are worth it. You are worth it. Let me just repeat it 100 times. Let me just sit here for 100 hours and repeat. You are worthy. You are worth to be loved. You are worth of great things. You deserve the great things. You deserve it. You deserve it. You are worth it. You are worth of love. You're worth of being loved. Number 13, you feel unworthy of being loved. Number 14, oh, my favorite expression, dark night of the soul, in Russian, темная ночь души. You're experiencing a dark night of the soul. Again, hello TFs, we're all experiencing from time to time. We have to, it's something we regularly, it's a part of our journey. We regularly go this, I don't want to do. I just talked to such, of course, TFs are, I haven't met, being honest with you, TF who wouldn't be some extra strong being who have been through you name it what, because if you haven't been through you name it what, you're just not a TF, because TF cannot be someone who haven't been gone through tons of things since very early childhood, because otherwise you would be broken as soon as you get jumped with your TF, and this is it, you're broke. But I've just talked to this somehow TFs are people who are into esoteric, not somehow, it's normal, into esoteric since early age, philosophy, theology, theosophy, and all kinds of esoterics, of course, astrology, and as sacred text, the ancient wisdom, we all are into it, and of course we're all into psychology. Philosophy, psychology, and I know at least around dozen of TFs who are not dozen, but I know two professors in psychology, two PhD in psychology who are TFs. And imagine you're talking to a woman, and she's a couple years older than me, she's 47, and she knows all the methods of working with everything. She has her own practice for 20 years, and we're sitting in front of each other, because she comes to me and I say, why are you asking me? Who is the professor here? Who has 20 years old practice? Who had already been dealing with everything? And who is, she's like, I know. I've tried every single method I know, and every single method others also know. I am a smart girl. I understand the dynamic. I understand the chemistry. I understand the hormone system. I understand energy, because she's psychologist esoteric. And then she looks at me with her eyes filled with tears, and she has this big green eyes, and then she's go like, I love him. I can't live without him. I was like, yeah, hello. And like, it's just, you turn into this 14-year-old. I say, well, that's part of it. You gotta know, you see it, cry like you're 14, like you're a teenager, like you don't know nothing, like you haven't read 7,000 books or 10,000, or I think I have about 20. I don't know, I didn't count them. And still you know it all, but you still come to this, sometimes you just want to be a little girl, you want to just be a woman, and hug me, you are the only one. I cannot tell this to anybody but you, because all my colleagues are gonna make fun of me or laugh at me. She understands the dynamic, she understands how to work with it, she understands everything. But I still can't deal with, I still fall into this, but I need him so much, and I miss him so much, and I love him so much, and it's not possible because he's there. Different countries, typical TF, different countries, both of them are married, both of them with kids, both of them with careers, both of them are, who the heck changes your life when you're close to 50? But here, hello, now you got it all, deal with it. So number 14, dark night of the soul you're experiencing. Number 15, you want to find your purpose and meaning in life. And you see why this experience is negative, but at the same time it's not negative because it's still pushing you forward. Number 16, you feel like your daily life is meaningless and task driven. Number 17, you avoid feeling vulnerable and keep others at distance. I have to tell you, sometimes I do fall into it. I block everybody, not physically, but kind of like, hey, I don't want to see nobody, talk to nobody. I try to be this titanium woman. I don't feel no pain. I don't feel vulnerable. I don't feel I am strong. So you avoid feeling vulnerable. You only show everybody that you're strong, and you keep others at distance. Number 18, you long for wholeness and sense of belonging. Another problem of TF's wholeness. We have issues with wholeness while part of you is somewhere there. We have to learn to be whole without that part which is somewhere there, who is not willing to, or doesn't want to, or is not awakened, or awakened but chooses not to, or he has his agenda or something else. You gotta learn that wholeness. You have to learn that wholeness. You have to, because otherwise you're going to be broke. You're going to be living the rest of your life being in misery. This is not what we need to do. Number 19, you sometimes feel that you are not in control of yourself. Number 20, you constantly feel mentally or physically fatigued. Hello, me. I'm tired. Give me another gallon of coffee and another gallon of coffee and another gallon of coffee and a cigarette, and I don't even smoke. You constantly feel mental and physically fatigued. Number 21, the last one, you thirst for authenticity and complete acceptance of yourself. So if any of this, of course, was the truth about you, again, I'm repeating, I will put a link to this particular article and to the workshop you can do to help yourself. Do not please just let it be. My beauties, it's not gonna heal by itself. It requires work. Inner work, my beautiful queens and kings. Inner work or soul retrieval practices in order to reconnect with your soul. This is because they take you on an internal adventure and channel your energy towards your deepest buried feelings, thoughts, and dreams. Now, of course, what can you do? Number 1, inner child work. Girls, nothing can change unless you... Oh, I just forgot that one of you girls sent me this beautiful inner child text, and I said that I'm going to share it with you, and I forgot. I'm going to share it with you tomorrow. Inner child work. Shadow work, so-called shadow work. Please click the link and find out. Art therapy. I started to draw, but I don't have time, and it's really help. Do the mandalas, do whatever, draw something. Mirror work. I saw, my beauties, an absolutely amazing video when it's a cute parrot. It's a parrot who looks at himself in a mirror. Okay, it's just ridiculous. This is all we have to do. He says, "Oh, I love you. You are so cute. Can I have a kiss?" And then he goes and kisses himself in the mirror. And then, "Can I have another kiss?" And he goes like, "I love you. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? I love you. That freaking hysterically funny, but this is what you have to do. Mirror work. You can click the link, you can go to the article and see how you do it. Pretty much you look in the mirror and you saying, I love you. I accept you. You are so beautiful. You are so wonderful, because mirror, you are looking at phantom of yourself. Learn, please. I am not going into right now into explanation of the mirrors. Mirrors are portals. You are not looking at yourself. You thinking you are looking at yourself. That is another being pretty much who is looking back at you. So if you tell that being all kinds of not good things, like you're ugly, you're fat, or think it, it's gonna reflect on your life. Please learn to look in a mirror and tell yourself only good things. I don't care what you say. I am Audrey Hepburn, I am Priyanka Chopra, or I am myself, I love myself, I accept myself, I adore myself. Learn to do it. Mirror work. Archetype work. This includes so-called family system therapy. Again, I'm not going to explain it now. Click the link. Meditations, of course. Visualizations, it's easy. For me, it's very easy. As a writer, I can visualize, you name it, what. Singing, just go and sing. Let's everyone can sing. I can sing or do mantras, even if it's like very easy one. Gayatri mantra is very powerful. Be in the nature. Of course, yoga, dancing is awesome. Dancing is healing. It's wonderful. So just start with something you can do. Do baby steps. Do baby steps. You see, it's a soul loss kind of expression. You can't really lose your soul. You are a soul. You are not your physical body. It's just the expression which shows that you're losing touch with your soul. You cannot lose your soul. That's not possible. But it's just you losing touch with it. And it's simply easy to explain this way. And please start doing something. Again, baby steps. Even if you just start to do it just looking in the mirror and just say it. Because unfortunately, this is the problem of our time. It's part of our soul kind of like shuts away or hides away, or we don't feel whole. I already explained what it is. So simply baby steps, baby steps, baby steps, and do something about it. Do something about it. How it happens, of course, in modern world it happens rather often, because you see, every time we identify ourselves with our ego, that's why it happens more in men, because they mainly identify themselves with their egos, not with their souls. They lose the touch with the soul. So we lose connection with our soul. We become disconnect. We start to identify ourselves with our ego, with our physical body and our ego. And when we have spent many years identifying ourselves with our ego only, then comes a moment when you don't feel whole, just being ego. And in order to feel whole, lots of people go into trying to find something to fulfill it, seeking dogmatic beliefs or conditional relationship, or again, addiction to anything, any type of addiction. Because the reason when we identify with ego, we disconnect with soul. But you see, for many years, identifying yourself with ego was a survival mechanism. Survival mechanism. This was the way of surviving, because by developing the ego, we had to survive somehow, because it's like a defending mechanism. But comes the time when the soul requires to be called back. So weakness, fatigue, depression, anxiety, and feeling of emptiness, like you feel empty. Or I hear it very often from guys. They tell me, I feel dead. I feel like I'm dead walking, I'm empty. So this emptiness is disconnection with the soul. So if some of it's like if something is missing in our life, it's something is missing. I have it all. I have everything what I used to have, but still something is missing. What is missing? What do I need to do? Missing is connection with the soul, and that's why certain steps have to be done to connect with it. Again, beauties, I'm gonna put the link on the description box. And so far, this is it. Namaste.